Hello everybody. So for today's video, we are having another mini cases video. And there's quite a few, most of them, there's very, very little, other than maybe like a quick description. So I apologize, but I love doing these videos because it gives me a chance to talk about people that probably otherwise aren't really being talked about on YouTube because of the lack of information. And that's just not fair because they still deserve to have their name out there and what little information we do have. Unfortunately, a lot of them I could not find a number for, but I'm sure if you are really interested, you could probably look for where they're from and find something. It's just on the articles there that were so sparse, there wasn't even a phone number, so I apologize. But some of them might, but for the most part, there's not a phone number. But with that being said, we are going to be talking about Alaiza Whitlow, Hazel Lewis, Celestina Perez, Destiny McClain, and Mary Johnson Davis. And yeah, all the links I use for research will be down below like always. This is definitely going to be on the short side because of the lack of information. My mini cases videos usually are pretty short. But let's go ahead and get into this. So let's start with Alaiza Whitlow. So there's very little known about her, obviously. She left her residence in Decatur, Georgia, and she was last seen wearing a gray sweater dress with black and white stripes on October 16th, 2017. She was 16 at the time. She stood at about 5'2", 95 pounds with black hair. I will have her photo on the screen for a few moments. I don't have a phone number for her, so we're going to move on. I'm very sorry. Next, we're going to be talking about Hazel Lewis. So Hazel, at the time, was 52, and she was murdered. On November 14th, 2007, she was found strangled to death and burning in a trash bin behind an elementary school in the 800 block of East 50th Street in Chicago, Illinois. This is all we know about her and this case. Nothing else. No suspects, no investigation, not a phone number, nothing. But I will have her photo on the screen for a few moments as well. Moving on to Celestina Perez. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I've never seen that name before, but it is incredibly beautiful. Again, another one of these women with very little information. She was 24 when she was found strangled and beaten on June 2nd, 1998 in Gurdon-Bill Park in Springfield, Massachusetts. The case is unsolved, but I did see some articles about a man convicted of murdering women in that area of the 1990s, and Celestina's name was brought up as a potential victim, but that's just it. Like, there was a list of women that's believed he killed, and her name was there, but no other information. So I went ahead and decided I should mention it, just in case it has that connection there. But other than that, there is nothing else. I don't even have a description for you, but I do have a photo, and I will have that on the screen for you right now. Next up is Destiny McClain. So Destiny was 23, and she was enjoying a night out with friends at a food truck, and they were out in line to order food when she would be struck by a bullet, one of several that had been fired into that crowd around her on July 18th, 2021. Police said the bullets were fired from a vehicle that passed by on McDowell Road around 3:30 a.m. It was a newer model, dark-colored four-door sedan. They believed the shooting was random and Destiny hadn't been the target. Destiny's mom created the Our Destiny, Our Future Foundation, a scholarship fund to support people who embody compassion, selflessness, and community service like Destiny, and the case is still unsolved. And I will actually have a few photos of Destiny, as well as a screenshot, or not a screenshot, a screen capture of surveillance of the car that was actually caught, that they believed that was doing this. So I will also have that on the screen as well, and I will give ample amount of time for that to kind of go through. Moving on to Mary Johnson Davis and the last woman we're going to be talking about in this video. So Mary was 40 when she was reported missing by her husband on December 9th, 2020, and she was last seen walking on Fire Trail Road in Tulalip, Washington on November 25th, 2020. She was supposed to meet a friend on Fire Trail for a ride to Arlington, but she never arrived at her destination and has not been in contact with friends or family. She is 5'6", 115 pounds, and an enrolled member of the Tulalip tribes. She has black hair, brown eyes, a scar across her nose, a birthmark on the back of her neck. She also has a sunburst tattoo on her upper right arm. To note, when she disappeared, she and her estranged husband weren't in a good place, and she was mostly staying with friends, and she would only return home every few days to pick up her mail and take a shower before leaving again. Also, the friend she was staying with was supposed to give her a ride to a nearby church where someone else would pick her up and take her to her home, and a man also staying in the friend's house needed a ride, but the friend took back the offer on the ride, and the two of them left on foot. And that's all I know about Mary Johnson Davis. I don't even know anything else after that friend and them, or that other friend that also walked off with them. Don't know anything about that little thing. But that's all well, no, I have a phone number. So the phone number I have is the Tulalip Tribal Police Department, and it's 360-716-5918. Again, that number is 360-716-5918, and her case number is 20-3063. Again, her case number is 20-3063. And I will have her phone, or not her phone, her photo on the screen. Alright, that is everyone I had to talk about today. Again, I apologize for the lack of information and phone numbers and all that. Unfortunately, I usually don't have that much to work with, but like I said, it's still important to put their names and information that we do have out there. Just because there's nothing known about them doesn't mean that they are less important. So I like being able to cover the lesser known people, I guess, that you don't usually see in the true crime communities being talked about. But if there's ever an update on any of these cases, of course, I will bring it to you later on. Thank you so much for listening to the stories of Mary, Destiny, Alaiza, Hazel, and Celestina. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys.